What's going on, mother cluckers? God, it feels good. It's supposed to be 55 today. A little snow on the ground. It's going away. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. Before I get started, thanks to all my subs, members, and all you folks that just watch the channel. Thank you. Alright, so we are going to talk a little bit about this and a little bit about that. We're going to talk a little bit about everything. I don't even know where to start, guys. Well, I know where I'll start. Here the last few days, everybody's been talking about Jack D, and Jack D this, Jack D that. Well, after going back and watching the police do a press conference, old Jack D's been cleared. He was the one that they called like 11 times that night, wasn't he? Because that's who the police said has been cleared. Matter of fact, let me let you listen to it.
We do not believe the following individuals were involved: the two surviving roommates, the male seen in a grub truck video circulating on the internet, a private party who drove Kaylee and Madison home, any of the individuals who spoke to the dispatcher on the 911 call. We're also aware of a male whom Madison and Kaylee had called several times the morning of November 13th, and we do not suspect that individual.
All right, so that is the press conference where he basically says, they don't think the roommates have anything to do with it. Anybody that was there when police showed up, basically, or called 911, and the person that, the grub truck guy, and the person that they called multiple times. So, if I'm not mistaken, that is Jack D. So, Jack D's aunt is right. According to the chief, they've cleared him. So we'll see where this goes, guys. I'm gonna follow some of these. Things coming out every day. I'm gonna see how accurate they end up being at the end of this investigation. Or is it going to be like Summer Wells, and you go through a list of 11 people it could be, and don't really know. So, but we do know this. The roommates and the people that called 911 and the people that were there and the grub truck guy and the person that they called 11 times have been cleared. We know that for a fact from police. Not unless, Chief, you want to come out and maybe change things up if you've gotten a new direction based on maybe new information coming out. But we'll see where it goes. But initially, if Jack D was the guy that Maddie and Kaylee called 10 times before they got killed, according to the chief, they don't suspect him either. Let me know what you think about that. Now, another thing I want to talk about. Have you guys seen a video going around? I got it saved in my favorites, but I didn't record it. But there's a I don't know if it's News Nation. It's one of the news people. Anyway, they show, you know, the four or five cops going in the house and coming out, and they didn't really have nothing with them when they went in, and nothing with them when they come out. I'll tell you what I think's going on, guys. I'm gonna give you my insight here. I'll tell you what I think's going on. I think they have been doing surveillance on somebody living close to 1122 King Road. And what do I mean by surveillance? And this explains why the house has been protected all this time. And even the news, Banfield at News Nation, she said, I've never seen them keep a crime scene secured for this long. I think I know why now. You ever heard of a cell site simulator? I think they're doing surveillance on someone or some people that live close to 1122 King Road, or have been. They might not be doing it no more. They may have gotten what they need. I don't know. But that's the reason why they're going in and coming out. I think there were two guys that went in the house one time. One of them had like a black plastic case with him, and they were probably swapping out the hard drive or whatever it is. Probably swapping out the recording data. But I think they're doing surveillance, intercepting phone calls from people in or around 1122 King Road. Which also makes me wonder, guys, if I'm thinking about that, because they were probably just going in, making sure it's working and all that stuff. But the guys that went in with the black case and come back out, they may have went in, pulled the hard drive, swapped the hard drive, and took it back to have it analyzed. And you got to think, if that cell site simulator was placed in there a week after they were killed, or maybe a few days after they were killed, up until now, recently, that'd be a lot of phone calls intercepted, a lot of stuff to go through. Someone may have inadvertently confessed to it, not knowing, you know, maybe someone called someone that was associated with the crime, and it's like, dude, do not, make sure you do this, make sure you do it, yada yada. You know, if they intercept that phone call, their ass is grass. Which leads me to another thing. Could whoever have done this been somebody associated, or the people that kept calling the cops on the freaking noise complaint over there? Obviously they were annoyed with them. But there again, whoever these people are that called the cops on them or kept calling the cops on them, you don't know what their mental status was, guys. Was there maybe a conflict between the person that kept calling the cops on them for the noise complaints and Maddie, Kaylee, and Xana and all them. I don't even think Kaylee might have been there during those noise complaints. I think Kaylee was just there visiting. Ethan was too, maybe. Talk about two people at the wrong place at the wrong time. So what do you think, guys? What do you think about the person that kept calling the freaking cops on them over the noise complaints? Could they have snapped over something like that, or was there an altercation? Was there a conflict after that? And they or someone they know wasn't right in the head and just decided, I'll fix them. People do stupid shit these days, guys. That'd be sad if all this was done over them over there partying and disturbing the peace, if you will. But I can see it happening. Crazy ass people in this world, especially if they got into a big old conflict with the people that called the cops. So that's basically what I got for you today, guys. I told you it'd be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So what I want you to do is now that everybody's talking, I see, I want you to comment on if you still think Jack is guilty or innocent. Jack D. Because I'm thinking that's the one the chief said that they called 10 times that night. I'll have to go back, because there's two Jacks. I think there's a Jack S and a Jack D. I think Jack D was the one that they kept calling that night. And according to the chief, it cleared him. So his aunt was right. Let me know what you think about that. I showed you the recording, the news clip. Alright, the other thing. Let me know what you think about me wondering, in my opinion, if they're using was using a cell site simulator to surveil people. Because when I seen them coming and going with nothing in their hands, I kept thinking, man, they're checking on something in that house. Somebody's left, the police have left something behind in that house to collect evidence. What would that be? And all I could think of is, oh shit, they put a cell site simulator in that house. They're monitoring some motherfucker in that area. That's all I can think of. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. Could that be the reason why them police officers, FBI or whoever it was? I'm thinking it was FBI or Idaho State Police. I don't know. Anyway, they were going in and coming out of that house checking on something. And I'm thinking it was a cell site simulator. I think they were doing surveillance on people close to 1122 King Road. That's what I think they were up to. And now, putting two and two together, if they're keeping an eye on someone close to 1122 King Road, and someone kept calling the cops on them for disturbing the peace, noise complaint, are you with me? And what if these people wasn't right in the head? They kept calling the cops. What if the people 1122, what if Maddie and them got into it with whoever called the cops? And maybe they or someone that they knew said, I'll fix them. Let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. Also, let me know what you think on where the investigation is headed. Where do you think it's going to, guys? Who's still your suspects? Everybody's talking about Ethan and Xana being targeted. You can go back and watch some of my other videos. I think I done a video about, I think Ethan and Xana was targeted because supposedly Ethan got into an altercation with someone at the Sigma Chi house, and the fact that we don't know, there's like a couple hours missing with Ethan and Xana still to this day. Where were they at? Who were they around? May not have nothing to do with the murders. It may be, like I said, you know, if they're doing surveillance on someone close to the house, it could be the people that was calling the cops on them repeatedly. Never know. So just let me know what you think, guys. Let me know what you think. Something to talk about. And again, thanks to all my subs, members, and everybody just watches the videos. Appreciate all the support, guys. I'll see you on the next video.
And the question many of our viewers have asked, what's the story with the other two roommates who were home early Sunday morning?
You have not ruled out the two surviving female roommates.
Correct.
You have not ruled them out as suspects?
Correct. So let me clarify that. No one has been ruled included or excluded as a person of interest and or a suspect. Everyone is still being investigated.
Are they witnesses?
They are working and talking with detectives, and they have been cooperative, very cooperative with detectives.
ISP won't say who called 911 and would not confirm who found the bodies. ISP says protecting what the young women are telling police could be the key to the entire investigation.